Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do this cute little ribbon rainbow wreath sort of door decor, and we're going to use a pool noodle. Now this one happens to be from the Dollar General. We're going to use a cauldron. I have one from Halloween that I'm going to use, but the green ones are now at St. Patrick's Day, and rainbow ribbon. These are from Walmart and they range anywhere from 47 to 97 cents. You're also going to need your glue gun. Now I also have a scrap of ribbon that I'm going to put down and a piece of string that we're going to use. It's actually monofilament is what I had, but really it's not anything special. I think you just want to find something that maybe matches your wall or your decor, or clear cord. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking the cauldron and I'm using my hot glue just to poke a little hole in the side towards the bottom on the side where the handle is. And we're going to do this because this is a pool noodle, not a wreath. Now I know that this wreath is a little popular this season, where you actually cut the green foam wreath in half from the Dollar Tree, but I just and you wrap it basically in a rainbow order, but you wrap them. It just, to me, was trying to figure out how else I could do it to make my own, you know. Now originally I was thinking, like, as you can see here, I fed the string through the hole in the pot and then put it onto a pencil and then slid it down the inside of the pool noodle. And then once I had it through, I just basically tied an overhand knot, a double overhand knot, excuse me. I just pulled it so that the end of the pool noodle went into the pot, and I kept it, and I pulled it until it got the arch that I wanted. Now, originally I was trying to glue all these ribbons on while it was an arch. I figured that was the best way to get them to lay the flattest. However, that didn't work for me. You'll see I end up opening it up in a little bit, but if you can get it to work, if you have different ribbons that will lay on the arch, then you go ahead and try that. But if you've ever hot glued to a pool noodle, you know you can't hot glue to a pool noodle. So I'm laying this fabric down. This is just the leftover piece of the sort of the linen burlap that I got from Walmart on clearance, and I cut it into strips that are more manageable. I cut it into thirds, and I'm wrapping it. I didn't glue the very end to the pool noodle. I basically started wrapping over the end, and then I ended up on the other end gluing it to itself, because if you've never hot glued to a pool noodle, it melts the pool noodle. I have a dual temp glue gun. So it's pretty much high temp. So it just made it a lot easier to glue the ribbon to the fabric already. Now it was a little cumbersome dealing with the string and that pot hanging, but I couldn't think of how else to do it without pre-stringing the pot. So the first thing I decided was I determined how much ribbon was going to come, like how far up my ribbon was going to be. My ribbons were around 3/8 of an inch. So I wanted to do 2 layers of each color, 2 rows of each color, and then wanted to make sure it went all the way around. So I started it just about half. I started the red just about halfway back, and I put 2 layers. Now, unbeknownst to me, my purple and my red ribbon actually were half sheer, half satin, which I was very disappointed when I got home, but did not want to go back out to the store to get. So their stripes are actually a little thinner than the rest of them, but at least it's the first one and the last one, right? So then as I started to glue the orange one, I got the second layer down on the orange. It was okay. It actually worked really good with the orange and the red stripes. But what really came to be was when the yellow, it sort of is on the front. And you can imagine if you take your ribbon and you're flexing it, you're going to get some puckering. So originally I was trying to say, how can I not get puckering? That's really what my motivation was for doing this when it was already arched. But then I realized no matter what I did, this is satin ribbon on a round tube. It was going to pucker. So what I did was then, and I embraced the pucker. I did. I cut the string and I went ahead and I just finished gluing it while it was open. It still had a little bit of a bend in there, so at least you can see. But what I just did was I realized that if I put glue almost the whole width of the ribbon, like I kind of used my glue gun going back and forth to do like the whole width of the ribbon, it didn't pucker open. Basically, it would crinkle, but it wouldn't like pucker open. So but that's not a problem. If once you have it bent again, if you go ahead and you have any puckers that were open, you can go ahead and touch them back up. And we're going to do that at the end as well. So now I'm just taking that, like I said, I'm just taking the ribbon and I'm gluing them the length of the pool noodle. I'm going 2 rows of each color. All right, and then we're going to deal with the green. Now the green, if you watched my shop with me video, or my haul video, excuse me, the green is the only ribbon I could not find in a 3/8 of an inch at Walmart. This is a 1/4 inch ribbon, so it's slightly smaller. It does not have a glittery edge, but to be honest with you guys, I wish I would have realized it then, because it was 10 yards for 47 cents. The other ribbon was 3 yards for 97 cents. I would have gotten all of the smaller ribbon and just done 3 rows, because had I had a smaller ribbon, it would cause less puckering. Okay, so that was really what I was trying to get to. I was trying to make it easier by getting a wider ribbon, but in hindsight, yes, a smaller ribbon will have more bend, will have more flexibility, and give you less of a pucker. But like I said, I went ahead and I just embraced the pucker. I really did. I'm down to my blue now. The other thing that I didn't mention while I'm gluing is that I had 2 of the gold coins from the Dollar Tree left over from when I did my gnome. So I'm going to stick them in the pot, but that's just a total option. You could get gold coins from the Dollar Tree to stick in there. You could use gold glitter. Another cute little option would be like if you had any Reese's Peanut Butter Cup minis that are in like foil or whatever, that you could stick candy in there if you put it on your door. And, then this way people could come get a treat. Not if you're going to hang it outside, though. So when I'm just about done with the purple, what I did for the purple and the red was, like I said, it's half sheer and half satin. So I just overlapped the 2 sheer edges. And when I did that, some glue came through the sheer material. So I just had to wait till it cooled off a little bit, and then I rubbed it off. That's me rubbing off all that extra glue. All right. And then I made sure that with the 3/8 of an inch ribbon, it did go all the way, like halfway around the tube, which is what I was trying to achieve. You could keep going all the way if you want, if you're going to put this on a glass door or anything. But then I realized it looks cute wrinkly. I don't care. It looks really cute. I don't think so anyway. So I went ahead and I rethreaded back into the pot, and I rethreaded back onto the pencil and sent it down the entire length of the ribbon, of the rainbow, excuse me. And then basically what I did was, since I created the loop on one side, to put the pencil end on, I actually took the leftover string, put it through the loop, and then went back over and pulled it and cinched it, and then made like I said, a double handover knot or baker's knot, whichever way you want to call it. But basically what you do is, like you were going to tie your shoes, you cross over and then tuck inside, but then you tuck inside twice before you pull it tight. So it basically makes like a self-knotting knot. So now I just took some leftover batting. This was an option. I didn't think about it at first. That's why it wasn't in my instructions, my list of ingredients. But you could use cotton balls from the Dollar Tree if you want to. I have so much like supplies like this. I was tasked with a challenge of doing DIYs with just items that I had. But I had already bought this ribbon that I wanted to do this project with, and I didn't have rainbow ribbon. So, but I did have everything else. That's good, right? So I made a little loop. This is a very, very light project. So I made a little loop out of jute and glued it on the back. And then, like I said, I tucked those 2 gold coins in the pot in the front and glued them down. And that's it. Once it was cooled off, I trimmed up all the little extra hairs from the burlap, and then I hung it up. I really like it. Like I said, it wasn't exactly how I intended it to come out, but I really do like the way it came out. It's super cute. Oh, and the black pot was from Halloween from Walmart for 74 cents, but they do have green ones now for St. Patrick's Day for 74 cents. So that's it, everybody. Hope you really enjoyed this video. It was fun to do. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to share with friends and family. Anybody you know might be interested in seeing how to make this wacky looking rainbow. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. And when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, you take care. God bless. See you next time. Bye.